Hello, and welcome to Great Hang, the greatest hang that's ever hanged. I'm your hang, Tim McLaughlin, come to you with your other hang, Myka Fox. Hello, Myka.
Oh, Tim.
How are you?
I'm fucking pissed as hell.
What the hell? Why are you pissed? Also, did you make sure to focus in on us with the camera?
Timothy, you're going to look like a blob no matter what.
Oh my God, Myka, you bitch. All right, anyways. What are you mad about, Myka?
Well, I'll tell you as soon as I introduce our lovely guest.
Our guest who right before this goes, is there like an intro where I don't talk or something?
And I refused to answer. But look how good he's behaving. Ladies and gentlemen, friend and comedian Tyler Mead, everybody.
Oh my God, hello.
Yes, hello.
Starting off strong with Tim's going to look like a blob.
Yeah. Yeah, Myka's mean to me. So, Myka, what the fuck are you pissed about? Tyler, you can understand. Well, you can either probably be on her side or mine.
Right before you come over, Tyler, Tim is trying to make chili. Now, I don't know if you saw it in the freezer, but it is frozen, right? So he says he's going to make chili. Next thing I know, I hear bang, bang, bang. I come out, and Tim is trying to break the chili out with a knife and a screwdriver, trying to like chisel the chili out, right?
I didn't try. I did do it.
How much did you get out?
A good amount. I got out the amount that I wanted to get out. So first,
That's actually not even true, because once
Yes,
he made
it
the
is.
chili, he's like, "Oh, this is not enough."
Well, I didn't
it's
know.
Not, the bowl isn't full to the rim. How am I going to spill it all over myself?
Myka, shut the fuck up. I thought it was going to be enough chili, so I started by heating up the knife and then sawing into it. So I would put it under hot water and then saw into it, like at Cold Stone when they heat up their little spoon and then they give you an ice cream. You know
at Cold Stone where they may have chili and you can mix whatever you want into it?
Okay, in fairness, I'm going to play both sides here a little bit. One, I appreciate you bringing Cold Stone technology into the home.
Thank
I've
you.
never heard of that kind of innovation.
Thank you.
The part where I'm with Myka a little bit here, we've talked about this at length. Every time I see you, you have a new injury, and this sounded like you were trying to have a new one to tell me about.
And that brings me to my next point.
No, first of all, I was using a screwdriver. I was using the plastic end of the screwdriver to hit the knife so that it wasn't so metal on metal and crazy if you use the soft...
He was also sawing into it with his hand over the thing, and literally...
It's a butter knife. I'm not going to cut my finger off
Oh,
of a
wait,
fucking
you didn't
butter
specify
knife.
that. It's like one of the little things you like basically just use as a shovel with dinner?
Yes.
Oh, I was... See, okay, but again, in my mind, I picture you with like a big
listen,
psycho knife.
I know my limitations. I get hurt enough. I'm not using a big psycho knife. If I'm going to really hurt myself, I'm not doing it getting chili out.
Buddy, you've done it going downstairs.
Listen, those stairs were fucked up. Everyone knew it. I mean, everyone else got down them fine. But I thought that they were
a cow
little
can
off.
walk downstairs better than you can.
How dare you? All right, Myka, go on.
So he finally chunks a big enough brick off.
Real quick.
Yes.
How was the chili?
It was pretty good.
Okay.
He chunks a big enough brick off to get it into the pan, right, to the pot, but somehow he still, even though it's a frozen lump, he gets some over the side, right, and it spills onto the basin where the flame is. So when you spill some food while the flame is still going, Tyler, let me ask you, how would you get that up?
I wait till I'm done cooking.
Wait till you're done cooking. That's a great choice. What a great choice.
Objection, leading question.
Is it leading?
You were
No,
leading with your tone. You were like, you asked it like a fucking asshole.
Hold on. Let me ask the question. Tim.
Yes.
How did you clean it up?
Well, I took a paper towel and I wiped it up under the flame, and then the paper towel caught on fire. But here's the thing,
no,
Myka. No, Myka. Let me say something real quick. You asked the question like a piece of shit. You asked it with only one answer because you were like.
But you also tell the story like the paper towel didn't catch on fire.
That's beside the point. Myka was like, so Tyler, how would you do it? Like, the only way to answer it is if the flame is off. The thing is, you can do. It was fine. I didn't catch the house on fire.
You literally caught on fire. Now I ask you this: you're holding a paper towel and it's on fire. What do you do next, Tyler? Did I ask that okay?
Yes. There was no fucking bitchy tone to it.
I I mean, my stove is right next to my sink at home, so I'm probably going straight into the sink, turn the water on.
Yeah, okay, well, what Tim did was shake it a lot.
I didn't shake it. I blew on it.
And blew on it.
I tried to
Like
blow
it
it out
was-
like a freaking candle.
Like it
Myka,
was kindling.
Now,
It was kindling.
How big is the fire part?
now you have no credibility because you just freaking lied to our audience.
No, I didn't.
How much of the paper
was
towel was
shake-
on fire?
Just a little bit.
At first, and then he's shaking it and blowing on it, which
I
is how you
wasn't
get a
shaking.
fire.
I'm trying to get on your side.
I wasn't shaking it.
It's how you get a fire to start. So I turned the sink on and forced him to put it in the sink.
He didn't
because
force shit. I would have put it in the sink anyways.
You guys got to start recording when you try to cook because this sounds hilarious.
I caught the beginning part on film because it was too absurd. I didn't know he was going to catch on fire. Silly me. I thought the danger once the brick was out. I thought the danger was over. So then I'm like, Tim, and at this point I don't even want to be mean, but like I'm trying not to use the word stupid, but I can't.
Yeah, I'm trying not to be mean, but this is what she said. She goes, "What are you? Are you a fucking idiot, stupid fuck?"
And I couldn't. And then he says, well, he's like, I don't care if I get burned.
Yeah, that's
That's
true.
his response.
Well,
I don't
no.
care.
That wasn't my response
Yes,
to
it
"Are you
was.
stupid?" You were like, "What if you catch the house?" I was like, "That's not gonna happen."
Well, also,
A.
Toe was walking behind him, and he's shaking the thing, and little sparks are flying off. So, like, what if a spark did land
I
on the
didn't
cat?
shake it.
Did you guys ever go over to a friend's house as a kid and, like, even though you were too young to understand the concept of divorce, you could kind of tell that's what was happening with their parents?
No.
Yes, but it was my house.
No. All of my friends' parents are still together.
So are mine, actually.
Actually, that's not true. I remember when my one friend's parents got divorced, I was like, "Hey, how are you guys doing?" They're like, "Bad."
Oh, how old?
Like, 12 or something. I go, "Why are you doing bad?" They're like, "Our parents are getting divorced." And I was like, "Okay, I gotta go."
Did they tell you, like, was there, like, a pre-divorce activity?
Like at cheating?
No.
Oh.
I meant, like, I feel like people usually, like, do something nice for their kid before they drop the bomb.
I don't know.
Like a trip to Disney or something like that. Did you
Yeah.
get in on someone's divorce gift?
Me? No.
Oh.
I fucking wish.
Yeah.
No, I think I think especially if you do the divorce like gift, what ends up happening is it just becomes a bidding war between the parents after that, where they're like, "We did one nice thing," and it's like, "Dad has an Xbox."
Yeah.
I mean, that's the greatest thing that ever happened to kids.
Xboxes?
No, just the parent war.
Yeah.
Did that ever work out for you, Myka?
No.
Oh, sorry.
They're like, hey, do you want to be abandoned or live in an asylum? I'm like, decisions.
Which one did you go with? 'Cause
Abandoned.
Oh.
That ruled.
Oh,
Are you
yeah.
fucking kidding me? I was a teenager. I was like, fuck yeah, I'll get my license in a couple years and none of this will matter.
My life is SLC punk now.
Your parents are together, right, Tim? I know
Yeah.
nothing about
My
your
parents
family.
are very much in love and raised us properly.
Are you from Michigan?
No,
Oh.
you would think because my shirt says "Made." in
Oh, I
Michigan.
didn't even notice that.
Oh.
I just kind of got like a,
I am a Midwest man, but
I can't say doughy vibe, right?
no, you
Yeah.
can.
Okay.
I mean, I am a doughy fucking fat fuck that looks like he eats at Wendy's, which I do.
Which I shouldn't tie to Michigan, but I guess I do.
No, they're fat there.
Great.
I'm from a much fatter place, Indiana. They're so fucking fat in Indiana. I open whenever I go there. I always open. I'm like, man, I like coming here. I look fucking good here. I go, you fucking motherfucker. They can't even. Most of
They'd
them
never heard a joke like that in their lives.
They don't even know what hit them. I was like, you fucking fat fucks can't even walk. Your ankles give out under your weight. You got to drive your little scooters around. Oh my God, it's great.
Yeah,
Alex
Tim
English
gets
literally
no
has
walk.
a joke about that, but that is why it's so fun being a gay guy performing around straight comics, because you're always just like, wow, in a gay bar, I look like absolute shit, but among you people, I shine.
That's
Oh my
right.
God, is the straight community your Midwest?
Yes.
That's incredible.
Tyler, welcome to the big leagues, brother. You look great.
Thank you.
I'm like, I love it. Here, the other thing is also Myka can't do those jokes there.
No, they hate me for
They
it.
hate Myka.
Are you too thin?
I'm too smug.
Oh.
Myka's far too smug. We were in Cincinnati.
I like that you're like, no, but you're correct. It's another
worse,
thing.
It's worse than that. I'm not only thinner than them, but I hate them for it.
There's two lines that really made people mad at Myka in Cincinnati. One night she goes,
Wait, isn't that Ohio?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
we're just skipping around the Midwest.
We were doing a weekend in Cincinnati. I was headlining. Myka was featuring, and Myka goes, "I'm from New York City. Have any of you ever been to a city?"
That's pretty funny.
It
It's
is,
funny.
but do you want them to not like you?
Well,
And then
in
that-
retrospect, that shouldn't have been the first thing I said.
Correct.
Yeah. And then they immediately turned on her, and she did not get them back because the rest of it is also kind of bitchy like that. And then what was the other one?
The rest of it, by it he means my act
And then the other one.
or my personality.
I was more thinking personality.
Uh-huh.
The other one was Myka goes, everybody. What do you say about people in the pandemic and weight?
Wait,
Everybody in the pandemic gained weight, but I didn't,
Oh yeah,
and they didn't like that either
I've stopped saying that,
because they were all fucking.
but that's
so,
very funny.
It
That
is-
I had a joke about that after the pandemic for a while, where like every time I was like the only gay comic on a lineup, I was like, I'm the gay one. You can tell because I didn't get fat.
I mean, here's the thing: they're great jokes. People just don't like to laugh at their own failure.
Yeah, and then she'd be like, "And my boyfriend gained 40 pounds. That fat bitch."
That
and
I
everyone,
still do.
And,
Which-
but everyone after she did the "I didn't gain weight" thing, everyone's like, "Fucking skinny bitch." I like her boyfriend now.
Yeah, it sucks when you're trying to turn a whole crowd against someone and they like him more, and he's not even there.
Did you really gain 40 pounds during the pandemic?
Oh, somewhere in there, probably way less.
Has it like gone up and down, or is
I've
He's
lost-
like, has it gone up? He started with, has it gone up since then?
No, I just.
He's like only 40 pounds.
Well, no,
says?
I just. Look,
Certainly, you couldn't have been living like this forever.
I just mean 40 pounds is like a lot to go up.
That is
and
so rude,
and if
Tyler.
this. No, I just meant if this current Tim that I've known for a while was Tim plus 40 pounds, I was like,
Yeah.
that's not like, I don't know, that's like not so crazy. Where would you say you started? I feel like I'm now in trouble.
No, you're good.
What was like the starting and highest weight?
I probably started at 195, and I
Okay.
got up to 235, and now I weigh 220
Okay.
And that's
or 215. I weighed in at 215 the other day, so
yeah,
I've lost like 20 pounds.
he also weighed like 180, 185 when we met, and didn't tell me that he was at the tail end of a weight loss bet with hundreds of dollars on the line. So when I met him, I thought he looked like that, and it was all a lie.
Wait, I kind of want to see Tim at 180 because that's what I'm at now.
Me too. Sometimes I look at those photos.
Myka,
I just meant a picture. Jesus fucking Christ.
Myka, you don't want to see that. You'd hate it.
I'll find one. So,
All right.
yeah.
Well, that was a good start to the show. That was catching up. Now it's time for us to do plugs. Tyler, what do you got? What do you got coming up, baby?
Oh boy. Well, one, you can follow me on everything on social media. I'm just Tyler H. Mead. That's my full name.
MEADE.
No,
Oh,
MEAD.
okay.
We are not
Why did I
Confederates.
think there was an extra
There's
E?
a Lake Mead and a General Mead,
Oh.
but we're Fort Mead. I
And
think.
Oh, gotcha.
You got confused because he reenacts the Civil War
That's right.
Confederate side every year.
As a fucking top tier loser, I feel like I got to be on their side always.
Top Tier Loser does sound like a great reality TV show.
Honestly, yeah. Just all the people who've gotten kicked off other reality shows.
Top Tier Loser.
First outs on every like reality show. That's a
Yes.
great one.
That is a great one.
Oh man.
Don't
right.
steal this, you fucks. I'm talking to the audience.
I know. Yeah, you can find me there on Instagram. I do a lot of tweeting. I also have a monthly show at The Stand with Sarah Hartshorn called Hot One Gay One. We've had both of these ones on.
Oh, yeah.
Guess which one Tim was.
Myka, it's cool to be gay now.
It
I
is.
I didn't say it wasn't cool to be gay. You're the one who insinuated it wasn't cool to be gay. I just said
Wait,
guess
who
which
insinuated it wasn't cool to be
Anyways,
gay?
Tim
I'm
did.
the hot
When?
Tim did.
Yeah, and then me and Sarah are also actually looking to get into the podcast game, so you can follow us there to see if that happens.
Yeah, there you go. Myka, what do you got, bitch?
Oh, I'm really booked and busy, but I don't remember any dates off the top of the dome. So just MYKAFOX on all your socials. And, fucking maybe today's the week you spend a little coin on the Patreon. You know what I mean? I was thinking about it recently, and I would never pay for anything ever. And I'm like, what if I did?
Tell me something about this. Tell me something about the special content on the Patreon.
Well,
what
Tim and I get on actual fights.
Yeah, we get in actual fights on the episodes. A lot of the episodes, not a lot, but a few of the episodes do start out with us actually fighting. Not like at the beginning of this show where that was kind of just for fun.
I asked you guys what the log line for this podcast was before we started, and Tim just said, it's the best hang ever. And now it's like, cut to, it's mostly us fighting as a couple.
Yeah, we do just kind of fight, and someone sits in the middle of it.
Yeah, I'm getting that, actually. It really, I understand now why I came downstairs and you were like, you're going to sit right in the middle, because that is exactly what's happening.
You get bombarded from all sides. Like, Myka and I will get in fights sometimes, and then she's like, you should delete that, and of course I'm not going to. And then...
it's because he's lazy.
Yeah, I'm like, well, Myka, if you want to learn how to do video and audio editing, go ahead, and you can edit the episodes.
Oh, it's actually kind of easy. I can show you.
Thanks, but I still will pass.
And but our newest episode, I think it was one of our funniest yet.
What did you fight
Our
about?
Patreon?
Yeah, we did a bracket fight. So Myka found this website where it just makes brackets of stuff.
And was it just topics of things you guys argue about?
No, that would be good actually. But we did Thanksgiving foods for Thanksgiving coming up. We're not going to spoil which one won, but we went down sides and mains to get a winner. What would be your winner?
Winner. Shit. That's so hard.
You can only have one traditional Thanksgiving meal item for the rest of your life. You can only save one. What would it be? We're talking turkey. We're talking stuffing. We're talking mashed potatoes. We're talking the pies. We're talking
gravy.
Just to clarify,
cranberry sauce.
Just to clarify,
yeah,
I can eat other food, just no more Thanksgiving food except this one.
No more Thanksgiving food except for
okay.
This
well, you think also then after we picked the best food, we went through TV show casts and we decided which cast would be the best one to come over for Thanksgiving. And it was a good episode. Mike and I were very funny on it, I think. And you can check that out at patreon.com/greathang. And then, and you can, are you still thinking or do you have an answer?
I don't know.
All right, I'll give you a little more time.
Go for it.
You can catch me in Des Moines December 1st and 2nd. Des Moines, Iowa. I will be opening for... Actually, these shows are sold out, so don't worry about it. I'm opening for Jeff Arcuri December 1st and 2nd. If maybe you could get on the list to get in. December 15th and 16th, I'm also opening for him in Tampa, so you can check those out. I've got some dates coming up with Eddie F2 next year, which should be pretty fun. And you can check out the Tough Questions podcast with me and Jeff Sheen. And that is it. All right, go ahead. Tyler, did you think of anything?
And is it the correct answer?
You're going to think, you guys are going to think I'm insane. Because
if it's cranberry sauce, Myka will just marry you now and you can have a beard for the rest of your life.
I like that you think I would have trouble finding a beard, Tim.
Hey, no, I'm saying a loyal one.
They're all loyal. They don't have men.
No.
No, it's not cranberry sauce, but it's the cranberry horseradish relish my mom makes every year.
Oh my god!
Which she makes in like a vat of like a gallon and a half because me and my brothers eat it like crazy. It's the easiest recipe on earth.
As a gift, thank you so much.
I'll see if I can bring some back. It's so good, and
it sounds incredible,
dude. If you put it on any sandwich, it's just like fucking amazing because it's like sweet and like spicy, and
that does sound
easy.
pretty. I would like to try that
because the shit out of a can is disgusting to me.
Well, that's wrong, but
I don't want jelly on my meat.
It's not the same thing. It's like comparing a hamburger to McDonald's. It's like they're both good, but they're not the same thing.
See, one is gelatinous.
Yes,
nothing from McDonald's comes out gelatinous.
Have you ever had their cheeseburgers?
Yes, it's delicious.
You can eat them without
incredible.
teeth.
You can eat a lot of things without teeth.
You can slice them into rings too. I'm telling you.
Like a tree?
Yeah. No,
can you
like
see how old they are?
Yeah, what the fuck
those
are you
burgers
talking
tell
about?
no tales, man.
Michael, what the shit are you? Now you're doing.
Now I kind of want McDonald's.
What? Yes, exactly. It's
There's
so
a
big.
McDonald's 100 feet from here.
I believe that.
That's why I can't get hard anymore.
I thought that was antidepressants.
No, I don't take those. I'm in a good mood every day.
That is
Despite
true.
not being able to get a boner.
Yeah, I just go, well, man, it's just one of God's little tricks.
Have you tried Blue Chew?
No.
Sponsor the pod.
That would be nice if they sponsor the pod. Blue Chew, sponsor our freaking pod, you fucking perverts. What was it? Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah, I'm a cranberry sauce skeptic like you.
What was your? Oh wait, you probably can't.
I can't say. I saved my veto to the very end to make sure that the thing I wanted got.
We each got one veto.
I want to guess yours is potatoes of some sort. You seem like a real potato kind of guy.
He does seem like that, doesn't he?
But I'm not.
Wow.
I only like potatoes if they're very crispy. I don't like mushy foods. I was saying this on the pod. I don't like Thanksgiving because it's fucking mushy.
You don't like things that remind you of your penis.
I don't. Yes, that's right. And there's just disgusting turkey, all misshapen, and but I don't like. I think Thanksgiving's full of mushy foods. I don't want all that mush.
There is a lot of mush.
I don't want it.
It doesn't
Myka
have
loves
to be. It doesn't have to be mushy. It could be good.
All right.
I
Well,
love Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's the
Yeah.
best holiday in my house.
that's crazy.
We're Jews.
Oh, Myka's a Jew too.
Yeah, I know. It came up. But imagine if I had known Myka for this long and I was like, is she Jewish?
Why did you say that like that, Tim?
Because you don't understand the magic of Christmas.
Okay, Christmas sucks. I'm sorry.
Yes, let's go.
Christmas is tight. Also, it's not the best holiday. 4th of July is. Secondly,
What? Are you a Republican?
yeah, in the
Oh, okay.
fact that I love 4th of July and hate every race and
Wait, hold on. Can I actually ask why you love 4th of July? I've never heard anyone say 4th of July.
If you think about it for 30 seconds, I bet you can come up
Fuck,
with the
you
answer.
love fireworks, don't you, you little freak?
yeah, I do.
It's amazing that you got fingers at all.
It truly is. I love fireworks with all my heart, dude. I've been hit with so many.
That was
bottle
such a
rockets.
good leading question. What do you mean a hit?
You never shot bottle rockets at each other?
No, my friends like me.
Oh, dude, me and my friends, we would get little PVC pipes, we put bottle rockets in them, and we shoot them at each other. Also, Roman candles. I've been hit with a bunch of Roman candles too.
Don't those explode?
Yeah, and the ones that explode into a bunch of little things hurt the most because it's not just one thing hitting you.
Okay.
Anyway,
this reminds me how he said he didn't care if he got burned.
Yeah, actually, it seems like you are weirdly building up a tolerance to immense amounts of pain.
yeah, I'm like freaking Wolverine or Deadpool or something.
No,
Oh.
they have like healing. You're just like,
Yeah.
no, I'm used to it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, my hand is like breaking apart right now. It's fucking gross. All right. Anyways, that's
Every time.
enough of that. Let's do another segment called Spit That Bit. Tyler, this is where if you have a bit you're working on, Myka will help you and I will ruin the segment.
Ooh, wait. Okay.
So Myka will help you come up with a
Sometimes
punchline.
Tim comes up and helps too.
That's true. If it's like it's like about drinking beer or fireworks or something, I've got a lot of knowledge on that.
It's not about that.
Fuck.
It's one that I think you've actually heard. I've been like working on a joke about being like quote unquote heartbroken, even though I haven't been in a relationship, which is like the gayest thing I've ever said into a microphone.
Mm-hmm.
And the joke, like I have most of the joke worked out where it's just like I have to explain it where it's like heartbreak isn't like a fair term for what it actually was because I'm this upset about a dude who for 9 months texted me that he was like obsessed with my cock but never met any of my friends, which I should have recognized some of the warning signs on that one. But like heartbreak is just so severe for what that is. We need a better term like heart like sprain or fuckboy ouchies. And that part always goes over well. And then it's when it's after that where I'm like, and now I'm like walking around all sad and like upset and angry. And dudes have never wanted to have sex with me more. And from there, I usually just launch into like another joke about fucking open couples. But like,
This sounds
it
like
peters out a little bit
a
there.
brag.
Hold on a second.
let me-
I am sad, but I'm also
You're like-
getting mine.
You're like, so this guy was obsessed with my cock, and even though he didn't fall in love with me, everyone else became obsessed with my cock. Is that what I heard?
I'm still sad about it. I thought
That is what he fucking said, Myka.
You guys suck.
See, how does it feel, bitch?
I come in here.
Feel to
I
be
come
me
in.
now.
I'm vulnerable. I say my feelings are hurt.
Yeah.
Also, the reason I bring it up is because it's like there was clearly not like. I mean, it's weird because we were friends for like 2 years, and then like we found out there was a mutual sexual attraction, and then I got like a bunch of this like. Oh, I've been like thinking about your dick, like all of this stuff all the time. And it's like, obviously looking back, it's like, oh, that was just like infatuation or like lust or whatever. We only hooked up once in like 9 months too. So it's not like I was getting this like amazing
that's
sex
the
all the
worst.
time.
And he lived
so
here?
Yeah. And I would just like hear about how bad he wanted to fuck all the time. And then I was like, when? And then he was just like, eh. But
I know this guy.
don't.
I mean,
say
I don't
anymore.
know his name, but I've fucked this guy once.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've been there.
Yeah. And
That is a real situation where it's like, it's beyond fuckboy, because fuckboys fuck.
Right. And the
He's
other
an unfuckboy.
And the problem is, like, he was so attractive that I was just,
course he
like,
was.
fine with it for so long. And then I was like, what am I doing? This one, I'm not kidding.
And
This
then you
one
sit
for
there
9
and
months.
you're like, is it because they're Catholic? Is it because
They're always Catholic.
they're always Catholic?
Catholic. Look, gay Catholic men, I'm talking to you. You guys are fucking freaks. You're great in bed. I don't know why. And I want to have sex with so many of you.
They were taught
Stop
at an
being
early
shitty.
age by the priests.
I've never fucked a guy who's been molested.
Well, they wanted it too bad. The priest could tell.
I like that I said that like a real complaint.
Yeah.
I've never had someone who is emotionally damaged enough that they might fall in love with me.
All of these gay Catholics are so uninteresting. They've never been molested by any of their priests.
They really do go for the straight ones.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hurts them the most. That's why they're sick fucks. So all the Catholic, are they like, what about teachers, like dude teachers that are gay? Because lady
I'm not
teachers,
fucking a teacher. I need you to be able to pay for shit.
dude, lady teachers are fucking freaks, my man.
That I believe.
Because they're all pent up from being around kids, and then they're alcoholics, and they just do whatever. Yeah,
Wait,
it's true.
what? They're pent up from being around kids? What?
Because they have
fantasizing
to
about
be
their
like-
tiny little penises? and
No,
stuff?
because they have to be like nice and fuck. Yeah, Michael, what the fuck?
That's what pent up. You're like sexual frustration.
No. I think if you have to spend all day on your best behavior and like can't even say like fuck, you are just like
Oh, I get
like
it.
that.
Oh, you get it now? Fucking head in the fucking pedophile
'cause
gutter.
I thought you were saying they're all pent up for not getting
you
to fuck
can't
the
really
kids all day.
speak to be like, oh, and all of a sudden Myka's the one talking about pedophilia. It's your favorite topic.
We all remember
I do
Mary
like it.
Kay Letourneau when she took her turno on a few 9-year-olds.
Turno. Myka.
I like that you're now just doing new bids instead of helping me with mine.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
This segment is not for you.
Hell yeah. But if there are any Catholic gay, there's definitely not hot Catholic gay guys watching this, are there?
there might
be.
be.
Okay, well, hey.
Myka's a plus grade A hag, so you never know.
You really do attract us.
It is.
I knew
both-
from the
it's my
night I
pleasure.
met you that I was like, this girl and me get along. Because I remember I met you at the stand. I don't think we were there for Colleen's show, but Colleen was there. And I tried to say something nice about Colleen, and you immediately jumped in and were like, no. And I was like, okay, this girl's fun.
That's
Dude,
my pleasure.
You know the worst thing about Myka attracting so many gay guys is we'll be together and they'll be like, oh my God, I love you, talking to Myka. They're like, you're so great. And then she'll be like, this is my boyfriend. And they all look at me the same way. They go,
Oh, I'm sorry. Not unfair. Did I not last week send you a text saying how much I loved him?
yes.
That's true, but you weren't in a gaggle.
Yeah. But also,
And you hadn't just met me.
yeah. And we had talked before.
Wait.
And
How many gaggles of homosexuals are you bringing around Tim?
I'm not on purpose. They come to me
well, like when
while
Myka,
I'm out, and
when
Tim will be there.
And like
Where
when
are you
Myka
going?
and Mateo would do their show together.
Yeah.
So when Myka and Mateo would do their show, all these gay guys would be standing around Myka worshiping her, and then she'd be like, "Here's my boyfriend," and they go, "Okay," and then a bunch of them sometimes would be like, "Really? You could do way better than him." I'm like, "What the fuck? I'm right here."
Also, damn, you're pulling pretty hard if you're doing a show with Mateo and gay guys are coming over to you after.
I mean,
Well,
Myka
they were
was
waiting in line to talk to Mateo.
Okay, then that's not a gaggle of gays coming over to Myka. That's Myka intercepting.
I mean, yeah. I mean, they
I caught a few strays.
but they were mostly sloppy seconds gays from Mateo's runoff. But So here's what I think you could do with this. Have you ever thought about comparing it to like heartbreak of something else? Like when you go to your restaurant, like your favorite restaurant, and they've gotten rid of your favorite dish, and it hasn't come back. And the many times you've gone there, it still hasn't come back. And
He's
then
talking about Taco Man's Dan Dan noodles.
And you're heartbroken from that because that's real heartbreak in my mind. That was my favorite meal in all of New York.
Have you ever compared it to wanting to gorge yourself on food and not being able to?
Yeah. Have you ever compared
That
it
is
to...
the straight equivalent of cockbreak.
Yeah.
Cockbreak.
Cockbreak is good. Yeah, that is actually a good line.
Cockbreak's funny. I worry it sounds like what you're dealing with, but and I kind of don't want to give that idea off to my audience because sometimes after shows I get nice DMs from people being like, "We should have sex." I'm like, "Oh, we're not gonna," but that's nice of you to say.
Oh,
you ever gotten a chuckle fucker?
Honey, no.
Honey,
no, I haven't. My act does not illicit sexual attraction.
Laughs, chuckles.
No, Myka, wrong
The
again.
chuckle
bozo.
fuckers. Tim gets the yawn fuckers.
that really tickled you.
Yes, Myka's on. I don't know what to do. She's on today. She has been fucking off for like 3 days
That
too.
is not. You fucking piece of shit. I've been off for 3 days.
She has.
I'm on now.
I don't know. I don't know what because it does seem like you have an ending to the bit already, kind of. What did you want to do with the rest of it?
It's just that like last part about like more men are like interested in me now, and like there's something to that of like being like emotionally damaged attracts other people that you can then emotionally damage.
I think it's like an investment portfolio. You know what I mean? Where like it's throwing bad. What is it? Not throwing bad money after good money after bad, but like you do it on purpose to get more cocks. Then you can get your heart broken exponentially.
But I think I'm now the one who's like being a fuckboy a little bit because I'm like hooking up with guys and them being like, "You're not the dude I was obsessed with, so I don't really care to see you again."
Oh well, hurt people.
Yeah,
yeah. That's like the premise that I'm going after.
Yeah, you're the middle manager who kicks the dog.
Oh, now you're looking to cock break someone.
Yeah.
Not on purpose, but
okay.
Yeah.
So what you should do is send the original person an apology note and being like, "I get it now. You've had your cock broken before."
Oh no, I made sure there was no way for me to ever reach out to him ever again, no matter how drunk I get.
Yeah.
On the block side, huh?
Blocked, removed the number from my phone, like the whole thing. I deleted like all of the text, so I can't even like find it. There's no way to get in contact. I'm just like, because I'm also never going to see him again. I managed to see him once in a 9-month time span. I'm not going to run into him.
That's what I was going to ask, if you've run into him again.
No, it's never going to happen.
Wow. Why does he live like in Queens or something?
I don't know. I just like in the like
Good guess, Tim. Good guess.
in the 4 years that I've known him, I guess it's just like we've never run into each other. Like we hung out this one time to like fuck. It's just like
what
we're
if
not
I told
in the
you
same
he
world.
was coming here tonight?
Whoa, that
I
would
mean,
be cool.
well, one, it would be great for your podcast, but also I think
Would you fuck him?
no.
Oh, damn it.
Lying on our podcast.
No,
I bought this tarp for nothing.
I had. You think I'd fuck on a tarp in your basement?
I don't want it to get on any of those.
How much lube do you have?
We have an alright amount, I'd say.
No, I don't think you've ever seen me around someone I like actively don't like, but like there's this. I went on a few like different person, but like in a friend group I'm part of. I went on a few dates with this guy. Text him being like, "Hey, like, would love to see you." Get a text back. I'm actually kind of looking for new dick right now.
What?
And then,
That's so rude.
And then he started
Would
dating.
you not be new dick?
We had hung out 3 times. I was no longer new dick.
Oh, okay.
And then he started dating a 19-year-old for a year and a half.
Oh, he meant new as in recently birthed.
Sure. Yeah, so that was a whole thing.
What an asshole.
And every once in a while, when I'm hanging out with like good friends of mine, he is around. And my 2 friends that I'm very close with at one point did have to like take me aside and be like, "We understand that you don't have the best opinion of him, and we understand why, and we're compassionate. Can you be a little more subtle about it?" And I thought I was, because I was full, like, we were at a party and fully, like, the second he would come over to a group of people we were over at, again, not subtle, but I thought this was the move. I would down whatever drink I had and then just be like, I'm going to go to the bathroom and then get a drink and I'll be back in 30 minutes. And like,
yeah, that's
just
not that subtle.
avoid. Oh, no. I mean, I learned from my mean Jewish mother, I can be like so icy to people, and I don't think people expect it, because usually I like can't shut up and I'm very like, oh my God, like this person's being nice to me, I should hang out with them. That's how I hung out with them.
You've earned it. You've earned being a bitch.
Right,
Yeah.
but it's not my like go-to, so when it happens, I think people do get a little bit like, oh, like that's what you're like when you're mad. Because I really don't like being mad at people. I don't like being angry. It's weird. I had a tennis coach growing up who like said something very impactful to me at one point when I was a teenager, and he said the
racket goes in this end.
Yeah, I wish.
Because the racket goes in your hand.
No, but he made a point of saying, he was like, I don't like getting angry. He was like, what has being angry about something ever accomplished?
Yeah.
And like that stuck with me, where I was like, I could be mad about something, or I could go do literally anything else and not be like sitting there fuming.
Did you ever
Micah's got her trampoline for that.
I got a trampoline.
Did you ever say, hey, it's Zoe Gay Chanel from the New Dick? I've been sitting on that one for a while.
Oh, yeah.
You've been sitting on New Dick for a while?
No, wrong. Damn it. I set my fucking self up.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ. All right.
I'm going to just start a counter for when Tim says something kind of questionably gay. We're at 2.
We're at 2.
The sussometer. All right.
Can we get a graphic?
The
It's just like a bent wrist, and then each time he says something, one of the nails becomes a different color.
That's a lot of work for me to do.
Micah's not going to learn how to do it.
That's true. All right. That was good. I think we figured out what your bit is now.
Did that help?
Sure. Move on. Next segment, as Tim says.
Hot take of the week. Now, this is where
Myka... Summer in the city.
This is where Myka gives us a scenario. We get just a little bit of information. We have to give our take immediately. And then we get more information and we find out if we were right or wrong.
Okay.
All right. So this one's coming to us from Reddit's Am I the Asshole?
Oh.
Am I the asshole for telling my brother he can't raise his child in the house?
Huh. Now, this makes me think that the word child is being used as animal talk. So, like, you know how we say that Toe is a baby and a little baby and we love our baby who is a baby?
Child in parentheses.
She's a little baby, though.
So, this makes me think that that it's like a dog of some sort. But also, if it is a real child... and it is some kind of feral kid or something, I think they should. You got to lock it to the bed, but I think that they could be in the house. What about you, Tyler?
Yeah, this has to be an animal situation, because if it is a real child, then no, you can't keep them outside. That's illegal.
Yeah, well, what if they have like a shed or something?
Though I guess this could be like, I feel like the phrasing on this is so questionable that like it could be a dude being like, he's saying that he has to live at my house, like the uncle.
Okay, so, well, I might have been a little dishonest. This is the actual title. Am I the asshole for telling my brother he can't raise his child in my house?
Yeah.
There it is. I fucking knew it.
Damn. All right, good. Hey. I also think, no, it's your house. You pay the bills. You're an independent woman. You're allowed to do whatever you want.
Oh, I assume this was a man.
I assume it is too, but...
All right. I, 27-year-old male...
Hell yeah.
...have had dreams of being a homeowner for as long as I can remember. I actually started saving for a house since I was 18. I bought a 3/2 house. I don't know what that means. 3 years ago. And while it's not the best...
3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms.
Oh, okay. You're not going to put another nail up on the sussometer?
What? My uncle being the #1 realtor in all of Indiana doesn't allow me to know a couple things?
Wow, all of Indiana.
He sold over $1 billion in houses.
You know there are people in LA who can do that in one sale, right?
Listen, I don't care about that.
Do you know any of those people? Are they your uncle, Tyler?
Yeah, Tyler. Where's your uncle? What's your uncle doing?
Oh, my uncles work together at a custom lighting shop. They make neon signs. And
that actually is tight. Damn it. Fuck.
That sounds like what Tim's family does. Moving on.
My family makes window coverings, bitch, and
It's
you
the
know
same
that.
type of thing.
No.
No,
No, it isn't.
Windows and lamps are different.
Yeah.
But not really. Okay, so...
Mike is like, if light comes through it and it's got glass at any point, that's a fucking window.
Tyler.
That made a lot of sense.
Will you please take my side now that Mike has been ruthlessly rude to both of us for no reason?
I agree on this front. Windows and lamps are different.
And while it's not the best house, I am beyond blessed to own my own house, and home ownership is everything I always hoped it would be. To be able to come home and have everything exactly where I left it, to be able to play video games all day and have no one tell me otherwise, it feels like I am free and in control of my own life, which is all I've ever wanted.
He wanted a whole house just to play video games all day?
You don't need 3 bedrooms.
You need a basement for that. Tim's got an Xbox controller here. He can come over here.
Yeah. But this is my basement that I let Tim play in, and I can tell him otherwise whenever I want.
But also earlier today, I was like...
yeah, is there a TV down here?
No, it's a projector.
Oh, hot.
I game on the projector. But also, Myka was earlier, I was annoying her, and she goes, aren't you supposed to be gaming with Jeff?
I'll show you a picture of what he was doing when I asked him that in a second.
I do not want to see his penis.
You won't.
Okay.
About a year ago, my older brother, 36-year-old male, reminding you, this is a 27-year-old male.
That's a 9-year age gap.
9-year age gap. This is his older brother coming to him and his wife, who's 30, female, asked to move in with me because while they can afford rent, they do not want to pay $2,000 a month for an apartment. I hear that. While I did not want them here, I reluctantly agreed because I can't tell my own brother that he can't live with me when I have 2 empty rooms in my house, knowing he would let me live with him if I had ever asked. And I was also fortunate enough to have family to live with while I was saving up for my house. Okay, so he's like, pay it backward, forward, whatever. I do not charge them any rent or ask for anything, but they give me around $400 a month to help out.
I'm going to call bullshit on that right now. You absolutely ask them for something. They're living in your house. They got to at least clean up. I love how Am I the Assholes are written where it's like, I am a perfect angel and I have never done anything wrong. I ask for nothing. That's a straight up lie. But
there's got to be some kind of shit going on. Yeah. But they do give him $400 a month, I guess, without him asking for it.
So they do pay rent, but
Yeah.
They should be paying rent, but okay.
Yeah. Or they should just buy all of the groceries and clean.
Or something. My brother and his wife have been trying to conceive a child for a long time and are finally successful in doing so.
And I know because I put a cup up to the wall and listened.
I was going to say, he can probably hear how successful they are.
Yeah.
Are you fucking in my home that I saved up for since I was 18?
Would you be weirded out if your brother fucked in your house?
I wouldn't care.
Yeah, I don't think I would either.
No.
I'm not going to have a house, so I don't have to worry about that.
Tim would be thrilled. He loves his nieces and nephews.
That's true. I do love my nieces and nephews.
He just wants to make more of them.
I think Tim would be thrilled to have another
I'd
one
be
to
like,
give
just
$5
put the
to.
freaking tarp down.
Good callback, Tim.
Thanks.
They are expecting in a few months. While I am extremely happy for them, I also do not want them living with me. I did not buy my house for them. I bought it for me. I did not sign up for having my living room filled with baby toys and having my gaming room turned into a kid's bedroom. I did not sign up for my fridge being full of milk for a kid that isn't mine. This leads to today where I've asked them to move out before the birth of their child. They were both extremely offended and hurt that I told them this. My family also seems to think it's wrong of me to ask them to find their own place when they are expecting a child. Am I the asshole for asking my brother to move out?
Yes.
No, I think no.
I think you got to give it a grace period of like, hey, like, because look, you've got a 9-month window, but like, and
well, now they're expecting their child soon.
Right, exactly. You can't do that close to the date. You have to be like, hey, I'm so happy for you. I do want you guys to find your own place, though, because, like, my brother just had a kid. He's 5 months old. I love my nephew. He's the best thing. I will kill someone to protect that kid. I don't want it in my house.
Fuck no. So you agree
but I also
kick them
can't
out.
kick them out.
Here's the thing.
You have to give them, like, time to find something. You have to let them, like, deal with the birth and that whole process.
I'd be like, you've got till the cleanup of the first birthday party to find somewhere else.
You're letting the baby live with them too? Do you have any idea how
listen, if they come home with an ultrasound and they're like, we're going to have a kid in 7 months, I'd be like, all right, get the fuck out of here. But if they only have like 2 months.
Well, here's the thing. He knew they were trying for a baby this whole time.
Yeah, that part's weird too.
Why did he wait? If they were like, we're trying to have a baby, I'd be like, oh, are you trying to move out?
He's scared of confrontation and he's a big pussy.
He sounds like a big fucking pussy, which is...
I think there's a fine line here. I think that he's mildly an asshole, but I think not wanting to have a baby in his house that he pays for and they don't pay for is kind of fine.
I don't think it's crazy. I think like if you've missed the window to say like, hey, 9 months is a long time to find a place, like...
9 months is so
let's
much
start
time.
cooking. But if it's close to the end and they're like getting ready to have the baby, and you're like, by the way, get the fuck out. Like if any landlord told
It's
even
also
like an 8 months pregnant woman, like, or you can.
Well, that's
knock
the
a couple
thing is
months off
now legally he might not be able to kick him out. Hopefully, but what kind of assholes are just like, hey, we're gonna have a baby in your house?
That part's weird too. This whole family sounds fucked.
yeah, they're probably hillbillies.
They're fucking moochers, and they're probably gonna be a problem to kick out. He's probably gonna make them go through the trouble of evicting them.
I kind of wish it said what state this was in.
I know, right? It's probably. I mean, let's see. Rent is $2,000 a month.
For
It
a
can't-
3-bedroom house.
No,
probably in Miami
it would
or
be for
something.
whatever they were trying to get, which you would have to assume is at least a 2-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Or a 2-bedroom home. I don't know. It could be anywhere really. Rent's going up, inflation. Thanks, Joe Biden. But I just don't know. It's just tough.
I want to hear more on the real estate market from Tim.
I mean, I don't really know much about it.
No, I know.
haven't
That's
talked
why I
to my
wanted
uncle.
to dig in.
I haven't talked to my uncle in a while. But I am trying to get him tickets to SNL.
Ooh.
Yeah, because they took me to go see Hadestown on Broadway.
And was that a formative queer experience for you? Put another one on the counter.
I love musicals. We sat front
Okay,
row.
we're at 5. we got every single
yeah.
night. You love musicals?
Oh yeah,
I would not have guessed that in a million years.
I love musicals and I watch anime and I read manga.
Okay, those other 2 things are straight.
Yeah, but people don't. But musicals are straight.
You think singing and dancing is a heterosexual
He's
activity?
like, and let me
Yeah.
tell you why musicals are straight because they are great.
I actually-
I'm really gay, and I
Honestly-
love musicals. Oh wait, I don't mean I'm straight.
I would sit through the entirety of Tim Presents the straightest musical ever made.
Brother, you're not going to like some of the gamer words that are in it.
I can imagine what one of them is because I get called it whenever I play video games.
Gamer words.
I think it just means faggot, right?
Oh, and there's a couple of them. So one of them starts with an N, and there's...
Oh, yeah.
Those are called gamer words now?
yeah, people call them gamer
Oh,
words.
I mean, I play Overwatch with, 3 other gay guys that I'm friends with, and all of us, make our entire display thing as, notably gay as possible, lets you put, a pride flag in your profile. So we all do it, and every time we get, matched with people, it's weird because a lot of people just skip saying the slur for us and just go with the N-word, and we're like...
That's
What?
nice. That's
it's
nice.
creative.
It's not.
and new.
That's called progress.
I don't like calling them gamer words either. They're just slurs.
I know. But I just like the new trend of calling things gamer words. I think it's very funny. So I guess it's on the fence. On the fence about.
Wait,
the
what
hot
got
take.
you into musicals? What's your favorite musical?
Well,
I don't.
My
know much
mom
about
tried to
musicals.
raise me gay because my mom wanted a gay son more than anything in the world. I was trying to do a bit
You
about
wanna
it.
switch?
What?
No, I don't want to.
Well, I was trying to do a bit about it for a while, being like, I feel bad for gay people with bad parents because my mom wanted nothing more than a fucking gay son. Like, she took me to every musical that came to town. I saw, what did I see? Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. I saw.
He saw Big Titties on Ice. He saw the fucking Sluts of Eastville. I don't know why I didn't turn out
Sluts
gay.
of
He
Eastville
said.
was-
Sluts of Eastville.
Sluts of Eastville was very.
Were you going for a
very
play on
homoerotic.
Witches of Eastwick?
Yeah.
That's not a musical. That's Cher.
Okay. All right. Already.
All right, I put one on the counter for me. I'm talking about Cher.
I saw Rent. I saw. I don't know. I've seen most musicals. I just like them. I like singing and I like dancing. I think it's fun.
Do you sing?
No.
Yeah, he sings.
I sing to the cat. I sing songs to the cat. And I told you at the gutter that I make up songs about sucking dicks or whatever. No, wrong. That's funny.
We've got a full hand.
We got 2 at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's 2 full limp wrists for Tim. Tim, next segment.
Well,
Set it up. Why are you being so slow?
because
'cause I kept
I forgot to
interrupting
look
him.
it up.
You forgot to look at. Oh, we are not doing the news this week.
Ding, 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 ding,
No.
ding, 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 ding. It's time for the
No, it's
news
not.
with Tim McLaughlin. Wisconsin snubs bourbon by elevating the brandy old fashioned to state's cocktail status. Wow, the brandy old fashioned is the state drink of
Sorry.
Wisconsin. Madison, Wisconsin, Associated Press. In Wisconsin, the old-fashioned cocktail comes with brandy, not bourbon.
Okay, that's enough.
Now state lawmakers are making it somewhat official. A bipartisan
Oh, he's cooking all right. He's cooking about as good as he made that chili earlier.
A bipartisan resolution declaring the brandy Old Fashioned as the official Wisconsin state cocktail won approval Thursday in the state assembly. It's a resolution. I'm dying. It's a resolution.
Jesus Christ.
It's a resolution, not a bill. So even if passed by Senate, the brandy Old Fashioned won't make it onto the list of the official state symbols that include milk as the official beverage.
Yeah, it's Wisconsin. They're big on dairy.
Into this story?
Kringle as the official pastry.
I'm engaging.
Why? You don't have to engage. This segment
shit.
sucks. You lose your place.
And corn is the official grain. Getting that level of recognition enshrined in the state's, quote, blue book requires induction of a bill and public hearing and then a signature of the governor. Wow, what a news story. Oh, there's more.
No, there isn't.
Wait, why? How did this make its way across your desk?
Well,
Across
I forgot.
his desk.
I forgot to look up the news today, and I clicked the first one that I saw.
Timothy, this segment is already so bad. How could you make it worse? I didn't even think it was possible.
Oh no!
Does
I
anyone
should've
here
done
have
this.
ties to Wisconsin?
No.
Does
I've never
anyone-
been.
I've been to Wisconsin a bunch of times.
How was it? Did you have the drink?
A brandy old fashioned?
Yeah.
No, I've never really had a brandy. I don't like brandy that much, but Wisconsin's fun. I've been to Appleton. I've been to Madison. I've been to La Crosse, Wisconsin. They like to think that they can drink more than everybody else, but they really can't. They drink about as much as everybody else does. They're like Australians in that way, where Australians think that they can drink more than everyone, but they really don't. They just go to bed earlier.
I kind of like that we're really peeling back the layers of how many people Tim has gotten into a drinking contest with.
Well, because there was one night with Jeff Sheen and I in La Crosse, Wisconsin, and this guy was like, I can drink a beer faster than anyone in here. And then I, of course...
One beer?
Well, chugging it.
Yeah.
Like the speed at which it goes down.
Okay, any college kid can do that.
I beat him, and then he was upset, and I
Even
go,
though Tim didn't graduate from college.
That's right, or really even go. And so I beat him, and then I go, the guy from Indiana just beat your Wisconsin ass, and then everybody got mad at me. So that's
Can
a nice
you,
little story. Open my throat? Don't think so. Actually, it wouldn't even put me on the list of other sus things that you're trying to add to your little.
Damn it,
sus
he's on to me.
You should see how fast he can swallow a dick of cum.
a dick
A dick of cum.
Isn't that its going measurement?
No.
You guys.
What?
It's a ball sack of cum?
Tyler, when you're in your gay bars, you go, I'd like one dick of
One
cum.
dick of cum, please, sir.
I mean, how do you measure it? One spurt? Because it comes in multiple spurts.
I'm not trying to measure it. I'm just trying to swallow it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to check how much there is.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're just going to be done with it.
But what if you're not full?
Well, I'm not even full. I only got a half a dick of cum.
That's what I'm saying. How do you know when you've been shortchanged?
Yeah.
Usually the emotional emptiness.
I got short wanged on this one. That was close to something. All right. Anyways,
It sounded
that was the news.
racist.
Now it's time. What? How is it? Oh, I guess kind of. Now it's time for reviews for the podcast.
This I love.
This is where we go on Apple iTunes and see if you left us some 5-star reviews. No one did this week, but we also go to the YouTube. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please like, please subscribe. And why don't you hit that bell for notifications?
Leave a little 5-star review, too.
Yeah, and then leave a comment, and we'll read your comment on the show. Today we've got many comments. Alan Thick Dick says, oh, I wonder how many dicks have come that is.
Hi, Alan.
He said, Myka talking shit on Kobe's daughter was the best speak ill of the dead segment you've ever had. Ha 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 ha.
And you thought that segment would go down in flames.
I thought it was a horrible thing to do, and I don't like your crashing fucking helicopter bit you just did. At Fluffosaurus says, Jesus Christ, see, we do have gay fucking following.
What part of Fluffosaurus was on par with Thick Dick Alan?
The fluff part, he's making the dick thicker by fluffing.
Oh, I was thinking of the cat.
Oh.
With Fluff.
Oh.
I was like, do you think your cat is gay?
Yes.
No.
a house divided.
I don't know. She might be. She doesn't like anybody. Uncle Jemima really makes me bust hard and fast. Great pod and thanks. P.S. More toe. Oh, this guy wants more of the cat on the show.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought it was a weird foot thing.
Oh, yeah. It could be that.
If you want some of that, you go on over to OnlyFans and check out the comments on Karen's pod. Holy shit.
There's a lot of we can see your feet.
She takes, I mean,
They do
she
it on
just did a
purpose.
whole thing with Zhaoling Summers where they made a clip of them like sucking their own toes or some shit.
I follow two gay guys who are married, and like there was a point during the pandemic where like their stuff switched from just like hot photos of the two of them because they are like insanely attractive to everything they post now. You can see their feet. And it's just like, oh no, you guys figured out the engagement trick, but now you got foot people in your following. Wow. I don't want none of you foot people after
I do.
me.
Foot people pay.
Take off a sock.
I got two. I'm double socked right now.
You're double socked? Why? Do you have bad circulation?
Well,
you kind of look like you do.
Thank you.
Yeah, you look
like a cold woman.
I'm constantly cold, but I
ice
got him.
cold.
I got him for the plane ride since I was doing a lot of flying, and then but they're also great because it's cold out, and so then it's like without having to wear like long johns, I can just go up to the knee, and it really helps me
you
stay
got
warm.
some big socks on.
And then I got a big socks on over them.
Wow. Really committing.
Yeah.
Pretty cool, Myka.
I'm just wearing one pair of socks.
That's gay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm fully wearing the gay
You're
sock.
wearing
It's
the
ankle
gayest.
Oh, I shouldn't be doing that. Hey, foot people, this one's for you, but
There
I'm not
we
taking it off.
go. This McSqueezy says, Myka Fox got doxxed on Fox. That annoys me like rocks in my Crocs. Great up.
Someone started calling me after this appearance I did on Fox News. We don't know who.
You did an appearance on Fox News?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you send it to me?
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Alex says, dang, I wish I could watch that legendary Myka versus Tim fight on Patreon. People calling you Myka now after the Steve Castillo episode.
Can I ask who your guest is on this video?
Rojo Perez.
Oh, nice. I love Rojo.
You just have to pay what, like $5? It's not like it's like the hidden treasure of, the Yucatan.
But people have been calling you Myka now because of Steve Castillo on Tough Questions, talking about the time he called you Myka and then blamed me.
That was insane.
Yeah. He
called me Myka, and then he goes, oh, that's how Tim told me you pronounce your name.
That's a very funny bit.
And Myka goes, did you tell Steve my name was pronounced Myka? I go, no. And she goes, why would he say that? I go, because he's a fucking asshole that can't take an L. We got two more. One more. John Smith says, one of my favorite episodes, great guest, and some real bangers in this one. All right, nice. Talking about segments. I think this episode is on par with last week's episode.
Yeah, we're doing
so
great.
I think it's doing good.
Who was your guest last week?
Rojo.
Oh, I didn't realize this was...
Yeah, we don't bank episodes, which we really should, but this next segment is Fall in Love with Myka.
Oh, we're here already.
Yep.
Okay, so Arthur
You guys
Aronson,
have more segments than any podcast I've ever listened to. I love this.
we're halfway done.
We're more than halfway.
How long do I have to stay here?
We're paying you. You stay as long as we
Wait,
can.
I'm getting paid? Oh,
I didn't
hell
tell
yeah. Favorite podcast ever then. I did a Slate podcast and I didn't get paid.
Yeah, I think the comedians should get paid for their time. And that's another thing. If you sign up for the Patreon, your money doesn't really go to us. It goes to me paying for the comedians and paying for advertisement for the live show and then paying the comedians on the live show because I never sell tickets to that.
And while I do think that is like a noble and true and statement I agree with, I am putting another one up on the sus counter. It's a little gay.
Well, all right.
So Arthur Aronson came up with a list of 36 questions where if you ask you and your date each other these questions, you'll fall in love with each other by the end. You are nodding like you've done this before.
No, I know the thing.
that.
It's funny that am I going to do it with you now?
Well, you both are. My goal is to make you guys fall in love with me. And maybe I'll fall in love with you back.
Tim, now's your chance.
I'm really hoping it sticks this week.
All right, we're on question number 17, which is, what is your most treasured memory?
Oh, fuck. Now I'm going to get on the sus counter again, probably.
Is it about a musical?
No, it's actually not about a musical. I would say, Myka's going to be mad. Do you know yours?
Tim's is about an ex-girlfriend.
No, it's not about an. Well, no, I would say my most treasured memory is probably going with Andrew to Europe for 2 weeks.
Oh, that so pisses me off.
I knew it would, but I can't help it. It was such a fun time. We had such a great time. And my buddy Andrew had recently gotten divorced, and a little spot on a trip to Europe opened up, and he hollered at me and said, "If you can get to Paris, you can have a 2-week vacation in Europe."
Oh, now I see why you said this was kind of gay. You
Yeah.
replaced a man's wife.
Yeah, and so
And then stayed in a 5-star luxury hotel in the same bed with him.
no. I got a small roll-in bed that was more comfortable than many of the beds I've ever slept in my life.
Oh, I mean, Jesus, yeah, fuck you, dude.
We went to the Amalfi Coast. We went to the island of Capri. We went to Oktoberfest. We went to Paris. And we went to, where else did we go, Myka?
Fuck you.
But it was a great time. It was super fun. We went to Florence, of course. And when we were in Florence, we were making pizzas. We went to a pizza making class, and it was all couples, and then me and Andrew. And they were like, "How long have you two been together?" And I was like, "I don't know, 28 years." They were like, "How old are you?" I was like, 28. No, but they were like, "Really? When did you meet?" I was like, "When we were 7." And then they were like, "Oh, you guys are just friends on a romantic pizza making thing."
How'd the pizza turn out?
It turned out good, and I got yelled at the sorbet making thing because I wasn't paying attention to how to make the sorbet, and the guy who was running the class yelled at me. And then after the class, the guy was like, "The strawberry sorbet was actually good," and everyone applauded for me like I was a special needs kid that just like that.
He'd never heard that noise before.
So I would say going with Andrew to Europe was one of my most treasured memories. I made him a little book of all of our pictures and gave it to him for Christmas.
Okay, that's gay.
He has never done
Like, that's
anything
not
like
sus. That's just a gay. You are a couple now.
It said Andrew and Tim's honeymoon, and it had all our pictures.
Okay, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
He's never done anything like that for me.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Make
Where's
Myka
my
a
photo
picture book.
Myka,
He'd have to first go on a vacation with me.
my mom gave me
Have
enough.
you guys never gone on vacation together?
We have, kind of.
We have kind of. My mom gave me enough money to get her a diamond necklace.
You know, when you say it that way, it doesn't sound good.
Pretty nice.
Yeah, it's
It was actually a gift card to a jewelry store.
that
But
I
who's
picked-
got a
and I
diamond
picked it
necklace
out
now?
myself. I'm pretty sure she was like,
Hold on. I'm sorry. Do you want Tim picking out your jewelry?
no. I was, no, that was for the best. That was
Thank
for
you.
everyone.
That's what I fucking said. She goes,
Yeah.
"Are you going to pick it out?" I go,
No,
do you want that?"
my oldest brother actually figured this out when he got engaged to his now wife. She didn't want a ring, so he took her best friend to a jewelry store and was
Yep.
like, "Please, for the love of God, help me." And she was like, "This is so easy."
Yeah.
Also, she was like, "I like this."
Yeah.
She was
If
like,
I
"I'm not
took-
going to tell her that part, but like, good on you."
If I took Karen to a jewelry store,
She would make you buy the most expensive thing until you were impoverished for the rest
I would
of
be
your
paying
life.
off 3 lifetimes of a ring. Karen would be like, "This one's good," and then Karen would be like, "I'll get half of it, probably."
Yeah, Karen would be like, "I'll marry her." Bye, Tim.
All right, what's your most treasured memory?
I think it might be like recency bias a little bit, but both of my brother's weddings were pretty special because, like, I don't know. I had like this amazing. I mean, I blacked out at my oldest brother's wedding because I was 21 and had just finished college, and I had
Nice.
never been to a wedding before. So I didn't realize that, like, when I brought a cocktail down from like the cocktail hour to dinner, that I would also have a glass of wine and a glass of champagne and a gin and tonic that just got refilled anytime it was like half empty. And I had just finished college, so I'd been drinking like crazy. So I was like, free booze. Like, when is this going to happen again? And I had a great time. And then, like, my other brother's wedding was this summer, and like, I have this very vivid memory of like being on the dance floor at their reception, me, my brothers, their wives, like all of us like dancing and having a good time. And like everyone else in my family is a lawyer, so like they don't really like enjoy themselves ever. So like to actually like be at a party where everyone in my family was like actively like turning up, I was like, why do we not do this more often? But like it was just like so fun and special. And also like I love my sister-in-laws. Like everyone's Everyone always is like so confused. I go and hang out with my sister-in-laws like fairly regularly without my brothers.
That's
because
great.
they're way cooler than my brothers.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Those are nice.
That is nice. And I think if you turned up all the time, it would make it less special.
It's not turning up all the time. It's like I took my brother to a bar recently, and he was like, "I don't like it here," and I'm like, "Why?" And he was like,
There's a lot of dudes.
"No, it wasn't even a gay bar. It was like a bar. It was like a cool bar in the East Village."
What
And my
bar was it?
It was Joyface.
I've never been there.
It's got a waterbed in it. You would love it.
Yo, there's a waterbed in this motherfucker.
You want to go?
Yes.
Yeah, let's. If one of us gets booked on that Monday show at Ophelia's, we'll go there after.
Okay, all right. Sounds good.
Yeah, because you love going to bars with waterbeds and drinking.
Hey, man, I slept on a waterbed growing up.
That does not surprise me. Do you have a bad back?
No. Well, yes, I do, actually.
Hell yeah.
I was like, no, why? I had breast reduction surgery because I have a bad back, and I almost forgot that I did. Doesn't hurt anymore.
She got
What's
them
your most treasured memory?
Probably getting them
Sorry.
fat old yammies chapped.
Yeah.
Fucking cut off.
I guess my most treasured memory was these blissful 2 weeks when Tim wasn't around.
When was that?
When you went to Italy, you fat bastard.
Oh yeah.
No. I guess my most treasured memory was probably the first time I did cocaine. What a night it was.
Tell
Myka,
me more.
Take us there.
It was the night I fell in love with my very best friend. I was in
Cocaine?
yeah.
No.
I was still in college, and my sister invited me over to her apartment in LA and to like hang out and sleep over for the night. And as soon as I get there, everyone started busting out cocaine. I'd never done it before, and they showed me how to snort it. And I was like, okay, just a little bit. And the next thing you know, it was 8:30 in the morning, and I was still blowing rails of coke while my sister's best friend called my work and told them I was in the hospital and couldn't come in that day.
Damn, you dove head first into cocaine.
Oh.
Hospital is a stretch too.
Because also, yeah, they can check that.
They can just say you're sick.
I don't know. We were on hour 11 of doing drugs.
I'll tell them you're in the hospital. It'll be fine.
I was like, I can't do it because I'm too sick. I'd be too sick to call them. And they're like, oh, yeah, good idea. I'll call them.
Someone's in the back going beep, beep,
Right.
beep.
Do you like cocaine?
I've never done it.
Really?
Never done cocaine. I already talk too much and am very annoying.
It might make it focus.
Yeah, that's true. It might.
I've never done Adderall. I was solidly in that camp for a very long time, and then last Halloween I was like supposed to go meet up with a friend, I think at the stand actually, and was like fading super hard, and someone at the party I was at was like, if you've never done coke, he was like, just do a bump of coke, it'll like basically have the effect of a shot of espresso. Really did not like that. Would have much preferred to just had a shot of espresso. I've had like 2 other key bumps since, and every time I'm just like, this hurts and I don't feel good.
What?
It hurt my nose so much.
Oh, it hurt your nose. Oh, it just wasn't good coke.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not having LA sister college student coke.
Oh, it's great.
We used to have coke fall into our backyard, and it was like the best cocaine ever, Myka said.
There was a
Wait,
vial
I'm sorry.
in our last apartment. There was a vial of coke that blew over from the roof and into the backyard. And of course, I did it, and it was fucking good.
Okay, that was. You're sure it was cocaine?
Yeah.
Well, you got to try it, and then yes, it was.
The vial looked like coke, and then it smelled like cocaine.
What does cocaine smell like?
I don't know.
Here, show me.
It smells like confidence. All right, here we go.
This microphone does smell a little bit.
Don't
Are you guys in love
smell
with me
it.
now?
Yes, I'm
Yes.
very in love with you.
Wait, why did you say don't smell it? Is this because I don't know how else to say it. It smells like spit.
Oh, that's probably
Has it been in someone's mouth?
no, but
No, it's just people talking.
Renan did hold it, and so that might be why.
Rude.
What? He's
And
like fucking
accurate.
Sylvester the cat. He's like plop, 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 plop.
This is, you're gonna laugh at it, but the only smell I have to compare to your microphone is like a dick like during blowjob when it's like slick.
When it smells like your
When
spit.
it's slick.
Yeah.
When it smells like your spit. Interesting. Maybe it smells like you.
Oh,
It smelled like this when I picked it up.
Uh-huh.
I can't smell mine.
How long
Tim
has it
can't
been
smell
since you couldn't
anything.
smell?
I mean, I could smell the chili earlier. Anyways, this
it's
cocaine
chili.
stuff is a great fucking segue into our next segment, where you could either tell us a crazy party story that you have, you could give us a tip for being a great hang, or you can give us something to avoid that would make you a bad hang.
Okay.
We've got the three. You can pick one. You can do all three. It doesn't really matter.
I'm trying to think because I think my tip for being a good hang is a little bit on the lame side, which is with the exception of blacking out at my brother's wedding, I think a big part of being a good hang is not being the person that everyone has to take care of. And I think there are a couple of ways that happens, whether you are like too drunk and sloppy, whether you are like kind of showing up to the event. And now it's like, we're all talking about this thing I'm dealing with. Like, there are a few ways to like alter the course of a hang where it like suddenly isn't like a group event and it's more of like me and company.
Yeah.
And I'm not a huge fan of that kind of hang because Tim, I'll use you as a great example because like every time I hang out with Tim, we don't talk about anything.
Yeah.
And I have a great fucking time. Like literally when we hung out at the gutter, I was so happy when I turned around and saw you sitting in a corner, kind of slumped over, drinking a lot of beer. I was like, he's not. I was like,
I did drink a lot of beers that night.
oh, I noticed. Yeah. And I was like, this is amazing. He's never going to get up. And so I don't have to like move around to mingle. He's just over here as like perfect, like low effort hang. And also you say you drank a lot of beer. Again, you were not slopopotamus. I didn't have to do shit. At one point you were just like, I gotta go to the bathroom. And that was it.
Yeah.
And then shortly after that you did leave.
I've been knowing my limits recently.
Hell yeah.
As soon as I am done being funny, I've been leaving because I was talking about it on the other show on Tough
Yeah,
Questions.
he still lives in my home.
I was talking. God damn, that's fucking brutal. I was talking about it on Tough Questions.
That was so mean.
I hit a point when I'm drinking where I'm really, really funny for a while, and then I just kind of lose it, and then I start saying gamer words, and then I'm like, all right, well, you're just trying to be edgy to be funny now, so you got to go home.
But I actually think that falls into the category I'm talking about where you're like, hey, hold on. Am I being shitty right now? Let me take myself off.
That's right.
I feel like I should have better party stories because I went to college in New Orleans and like I drank so much in college. Like looking back, it's truly insane how much I was drinking in college, especially coming from someone who did not drink in high school. So I learned how to drink in New Orleans. And we had a bar across the street from campus. It was across the street from my literal sophomore dorm.
That's like learning how to play basketball in the NBA.
Yeah, except everyone tries to get... Never mind. We have this bar. It's across the street from one of the dorms. It's called The Boot. It's 18 and up. Happy hour was...
That's insane.
Oh, most of the bars in New Orleans are 18 and up.
Is that like legally they're allowed to serve you alcohol or no?
No. So the rule is they can't serve you alcohol, but if you have alcohol on their premises, that's not their problem. So if it gets into your hands, they're like, whatever.
That's hilarious.
It's a real don't ask, don't tell city.
And then the happy hour at the Boot was Wednesdays through Mondays. I think like 2 p.m. to 11.
No.
And $5 got you 3 bottles of beer or a 4-shot drink. So I was like starting freshman year.
That's a good deal.
Right. I would start my night by double fisting upwards of 8 shots of gin in 2 cups because I paid $10 for them. And I was like, this is the best bar I've ever been to.
I mean, I'd go now. It sounds awesome.
I mean, I get one of the stories has to be like a Mardi Gras or something because like we got Mardi Gras off of school because all the professors would like leave town because they hated Mardi Gras because they were like, we can't go anywhere without running into you fucks.
Yeah.
I think, freshman year, me and 2 guys on my floor went to Bourbon Street during Mardi Gras, which don't do that. It's like the worst idea possible. A gun absolutely went off while we were like walking around and everyone just kind of stopped for a second. And then like another gunshot didn't go off. So everyone just like resumed as normal. Oh, wait, hold up. First Southern Decadence was biggest party moment. I don't remember a ton of it because I was so drunk. Southern Decadence is a big, like, it's not a pride event because that would assume that there was something good happening. But it is, so it started as a going away party for this like little friend group in New Orleans where they walked from like their favorite bar. I think it was either Good Friends or Golden Lantern to one of the bars on the Fruit Loop, which is where Bourbon Street turns gay. They call it the Fruit Loop.
I like that. That's fun.
Yeah, it starts with Oz, the Bourbon Pub and Parade, and Napoleon's Itch, which is such a funny name for a gay bar.
Yeah.
And the first time we went, it was like every freshman went. Like, it didn't matter who was gay or straight. And, like, I was closeted, so I was like, this is perfect. And everyone went and, like, just got sick. Because there are people fucking in the street.
Yes.
And we were like, it's a pride thing. And then all of them get there. And I remember so many of these, like, drunk straight boys were like, guys, get a picture of me with this, like, gay guy over here. And every time it happened, these gay guys were like, this fucking 18-year-old. They were like, okay. And they were like, but you got a real pretty mouth. And so, like, all of the photos of these straight dudes are them, like, reacting to the insane sexual advances of an older gay man.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was
What's
amazing.
awesome.
And then I think I absolutely ended up hooking up with someone after I, like, splintered off from the group and went and did gay things on my own. But
What's
like,
more decadent than a man's ass?
I mean, depends on the ass.
Well, I mean, if they had just eaten dessert. All right. I don't know. Talking about shitting out ice cream or something. Here
I was talking about, like, a big ass versus, like, a twink ass.
Oh, I guess that makes sense, too.
Yeah. Do you like your gay guys to have big asses?
You know, it doesn't really matter for me so much. I'm not. If it makes them happy, you know, who am I to poo-poo on it?
Well, we don't want poo-poo.
My God.
Well, actually, there are probably some gays who
I'm
want
sure
poo-poo.
there are.
There are for sure. Everyone's disgusting, and it goes against God. Okay, here we go. Final segment of the show. Speaking of going against God, speak ill of the dead.
Oh, I'm so excited for this one. I prepared.
Oh, hell yeah. I
good,
told you
good,
Tyler
good.
would prepare.
Yeah.
All right, I forgot to prepare for any of this today.
Well, that's how we end up with Kobe Bryant's daughter, now isn't it?
What was the complaint?
It was
Why
me.
was
Oh,
she in
you
a
had
helicopter?
to go to your sports game in the fog?
It was me talking to Myka, and I was like, Myka, that's not good. It's not good that you did that. People are going to be really mad about it.
Anyway, we only got positive reviews.
I'm glad I
on it.
rehashed it.
Myka, or Tyler, go ahead.
Well, I got a text being like, Hitler's been done, which is a weird thing to send all of your guests to be like, we're done shit-talking Hitler. It's enough. So
I don't want you to be a hack.
Fair. I did kind of go through. There were a couple of people I considered. I considered like Nancy Reagan. I considered Avicii. I ultimately settled because I feel like she is still part of the zeitgeist enough that people need to start shitting on her more actively. Coco Chanel.
Yes!
Coco
let's
Chanel is a
go!
great one to shit talk. Nazi sympathizer turned Nazi informant to maintain status in occupied France, cozied up to an SS general. Also had personal motives to hate Jewish people because she had sold the distribution rights of her perfume to a Jewish family. And when the Nazis moved in on France and occupied it, she sold them out because she knew that if they went after them, she would get the rights back. Joke was on her ultimately, though, because the Jewish family that owned the distribution rights sold it to some Gentiles to pay for their trip to America to get out of France.
Thanks,
Coco Chanel,
Coco.
somehow famous for the revolutionary idea of the little black dress. If we want to see a little black dress, go for Dior. Chanel sucks. The stupid tweed thing needs to end. The whole advice of take something off before you leave the house. She's talking about a Star of David. She's an anti-Semitic bitch. No more Coco Chanel advice. No more bringing her up. She wiped away all of the evidence of her spy work for the Nazis.
Well,
she
you
cozied
gotta
up
do
to
that.
Winston Churchill. Well, yeah, but she was cozying up to Winston Churchill because she was like a society person and giving away secrets to the fucking Nazis from the Prime Minister of the UK during World War II.
Well, honestly, why was he giving her secrets?
I think it's because they were fucking.
Wow.
Ew, she fucked Winston Churchill to get in with the Nazis?
She was fucking a Nazi to get in with a Nazi. I like that you're like, but there were some hot Nazis.
There were some very hot Nazis.
Myka is shallow number one, Jewish number two.
I'm sorry, but if you're going to put like
You
some
love
hot...
blonde men that much?
I love them. What am
Really?
I gonna
You
do?
love blonde men?
What am I going to do? Why are you judging me?
Tyler, what she
I don't
gonna
like.
do?
I think blonde men
I'm not
are
gonna
weird.
let them kill off 6 million people. I'm just gonna touch their wieners a little bit.
Let her fondle their balls a little.
I don't know. I like Aryan Nation vibe is not a look that I'm attracted. Because also like that's a very like Twinkie look usually, and I hate twinks. Hitler Youth is not what I'm after.
Well, more for me.
Yeah, real Hitler Youth Tim over here.
I'm more of a Hitler adult.
You're kind of a point against Nazi ideology.
They'd be like, wait, this guy comes with it?
What is your background?
What? Irish and Italian.
Oh, never mind. Nazis would have hated you.
Yes, it's a mark against him, but I love him anyway.
Yep. Trash.
Would you ever dye his hair blonde?
Trash blood.
It's kind of white from being old.
Yeah.
Okay, would you? That's not what I asked. Would you dye Tim's hair blonde?
No, it would look bad on him. Tim has a nice, like, rich man look to him.
Yeah.
Despite what we know.
Why does your hair have an erection?
I got
You got the worst haircut ever.
Oh, you were telling me about this.
Yeah.
But when it gets wet and it's slicked all back, he looks like a rich old fucking, like, money man, old banker or something.
All right, Myka.
That is attractive.
Yeah.
That's cool, but who do we want? Who's dead, Myka? Who are we talking about?
This week I'm shitting on George Grenville,
Ooh.
who died in 1770. He was the British Prime Minister from 1763 to 65, who introduced the Stamp Act, which was the first international tax to the colonies in America. So he's the first motherfucker who taxed America. If it weren't for him, we wouldn't have had to break off from Britain and form our own country and all this. We could have been lovely under the weight of the crown, but instead he tried to tax us and then pissed all the Americans off, and now here we are.
That was such a weird pivot from being like, he was hurting the colonists, and if he hadn't done that, we still could have been Like, I don't know any Americans who are itching to still be part of the crown.
Come on, safety in numbers, you know what I mean?
Myka's like, we could be part of the crown and fondling Nazis.
We could have been fun.
Well, we probably would have entered World War II a lot earlier.
Sure, we would have there probably only been killed like 5.5 million Jews.
Also, I do want to say this. Coco Chanel, I hope you're down in hell getting butt fucked by the devil.
That's right.
She absolutely is. She was a horrible person.
And George Grenville, I hope the devil's taxing you with his dick.
Yeah.
I hope he's stamp taxing your butthole with the tip of his wiener.
That's right. If you go to heaven, you get to butt fuck God.
Hell yeah, dude.
It's the sickest.
I don't think I'm getting in. I mean, we are chosen, right? Isn't that the whole thing?
Yeah,
we
you
don't
guys
have
get to
heaven.
go.
We're chosen to like live in eternity.
Okay.
But it's not in heaven. I don't know. All right, Tim, who you got?
I got Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Bruce Lee. You're so good at Wing Chun. How about this, bitch? How about you stop the bullet that shot you in the heart, you dumbass motherfucker?
Jesus Christ.
Stupid bitch.
And you're going to yell at me about Kobe's daughter, and then you start with this shit?
A gun goes off on a film set that's not supposed to have a bullet in it, Alec Baldwin style.
Are you mad at Houdini, too?
And Houdini got punched in the stomach to death.
Yeah.
But that was from a woman's mad son because
No, but that was his trick. He told people, punch
Yeah.
me in the stomach as hard as you can, and the dude did it when he wasn't ready.
Right. And then he died.
Yeah.
And the dude
I bet if Bruce Lee had been ready for the bullet.
he could have stopped it.
Probably.
Maybe, but and that's also
It's just weird. I mean, I
To be
appreciate you
continued how his son died as well.
you giving Jews a little more benefit of a doubt, finally.
Yes.
But maybe extend some of that to Asian American heroes.
Okay, how about this? I hope that the devil's I hope you're in hell with the devil and he's doing a couple judo kicks into your fucking ass and butt fucking you in hell, you piece of shit.
Did you watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Yes.
So were you really into that scene where the dude beat up Bruce Lee?
I mean, I like the part where he beat up Bruce Lee. I also watched a bunch of documentaries about Bruce Lee, and you get conflicting opinions that he was an asshole and some that he was a nice guy, but I think mostly he was an asshole. But Bruce Lee, fuck you, you piece of shit. I hope you're in hell getting butt fucked by the devil. Probably got...
The devil's got a busy schedule of topping.
Yeah.
He's got all the time in the world.
It's true.
But that okay, I mean, not to get into logistics, but that makes hell sound pretty pleasant, because if he's got to butt fuck all those people and it's just the devil doing it, you're spending a lot of time not getting butt fucked.
The devil can make copies of himself like Naruto.
Yeah, he's covered in dicks.
He can do a shadow clone jutsu.
I like that you were like, I need to bring this back so that we can talk about anime again, so I can prove to people that I really do like anime.
Well, he can do a shadow clone jutsu, and he can nine tails his way.
Does he do the little hand motions, or do you think
of course he does. All right, Tyler. You were an incredible guest.
Wow, thank you. I love being here.
I'm going to be honest. This is our longest episode we've ever done. It's normally...
Why doesn't that sound like a compliment?
It's usually about 45 minutes. How long is this episode, Tim?
an hour and a half.
Holy shit.
Have fun editing that down.
Well, I'm not going to. But we have to end because the camera is blinking, which means that the battery's about to die. So our final segment is sign-offs. I'll show you how it's done. Signing off, it is I, the greatest man to have ever lived. A sweet boy who knows how to make chili and clean it up. A great man who loves everyone. Your Patreon dad, patreon.com/greathang. Your free feed best friend, Timothy Grady McLaughlin II. Thank you all.
And signing off, it is I, the nicest woman in the world. The woman who will be buying more renter's insurance after this episode. And after that, worshiping the crown. It is me, Toey's mom, Tyler's friend, Tim's the girlfriend, and your friend and podcast host, Myka Fox.
And signing off, it's me, Tyler Mead, the second gayest person on this couch.